Hey everyone, it's PrettyPunk123. It's 11 a.m. on Saturday, November 30th, 2024, and I just wanted to show you this really awesome makeup look. Yes, it was inspired by the film Wicked with all the green. I'm pretty sure, as you've heard and seen, all of the color eye palette shadow shades of green and yellow were definitely going to be more popular throughout the Christmas season. I reported it to you live here first. All the Christmas color instead of red or green, it's going to be green this year. So I did spend, I wanted to kind of unveil, even though I already kind of unboxed it, this pink. It comes in all different colors, but I got it from the Etsy shop named That Show Apparel. And yeah, it was a big whopping $47.40. It is a Sesame Street Oscar the Grouch pink hoodie, and it, like I said, it comes in many colors. You can, and it reads on the hoodie with Oscar the Grouch, uh, cute and grumpy. So I just bought this way before. I bought this on, let me see, it shipped from Mineola, Florida to Cordova, Tennessee, and I got it on November 18th, 2024. So I got it way before Wicked came out. But it just so happens to be that it exactly matches the Wicked colors, which is pink for Galinda or Clinda, and then green for Alpha. And so, yeah, the movie review. Let's talk a little bit about that in the next video. If you're interested, go ahead and like and subscribe. View more content on this channel at your leisure. If you don't like it, unsubscribe. If you don't like it, stop watching it. Anyways, thank you so much for coming to this channel. Well, I guess I lied to you. We're gonna go ahead and review the Elsa. I mean, not the Elsa. The woman who did sing for Elsa and Frozen was in the film, so I thought that was pretty cool for the Wicked. And as they were telling the story of the Land Before Time and all that stuff like that, she was in there, and she was the one with the brown hair. That was a pretty cool segment in the movie. I'm pretty sure only the true fans, like in Broadway and things like that, really recognized her. Otherwise, she was just, to most people, just another character in the film. But I noticed that, and also I noticed on the film of Wicked, without giving any things away, that they did change the song. Like, well, they did change some of the ways that their song was sung. Only like one major thing, when they say the lyrics, "No wizard that is or was can ever bring me down." So they like kind of made the person who was singing it like sad and stuff like that. And I thought that was fitting for the film. I would definitely go see this film again. No, I'm not just saying that. If you love the Broadway performance of Wicked, I saw it at the Orpheum in Memphis, Tennessee, because that's where I was raised up and everything. So if you saw that, you're definitely gonna love this film. I would not take it to like take little kids to this show. I'm just gonna be honest, because like they had some scenes with the monkeys and them getting their wings that was a little, a little bit grew like a little bit too much for little children that might leave an impression on them. But I did hear some children in the audience and stuff like that. But definitely, if you go see this film Wicked, definitely, if you know the songs, be a true fan and sing them out, because that's what I did. And no one even could tell I was singing, because I knew the song so well, and I was on key for once when I was singing the songs with them. So I just thought that was really cool, that there was so much music in the Wicked film with Ariana Grande. And let me look up her name. Let's see, Wicked IMDb, which is a great website. Uh, IMDb is a website where you can go and look at all kinds of things, films, TV shows, short films, and they will tell you. So, Elphaba is a misunderstood young woman because of her green skin, and Glinda, a popular girl, becomes friends at Shiz University in the Land of Oz. So this film is an entire like spin or twist on the original film and the original book titled The Wizard of Oz. And let's see who the book was written by. Because I've always loved that book and everything like that. But also another really great film to see is
Okay.
The Wiz. It has
Good
Michael
luck.
Jackson in it, and I saw that in middle
And
school. My choir teacher showed us that, and it was really awesome. I just have seen so many different renditions or remixes or remakes of the film and the book, The Wizard of Oz. The original creator and author of the book, The Wizard of Oz, was L. Frank Baum L. Lyman Frank Baum, and May 15th, 1856, and died May 6th, 1919. So, anyways, this is a really cool thing to like go take your children to. I would definitely do it. And now let's just read about the original author and creator. And I'm going to read this from Wikipedia. So, for the purposes of research, culture, art, and inspiration. I ask that this not be copyrighted or anything like that. I intend to use it for fair use, which means my intentions is to educate the public and myself and just have a great time and basically help promote these things. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so Lyman Frank Baum, born May 15th, 1856 to May 6th, 1919, was an American author best known for his children's fantasy books, particularly the most famous one known, titled The Wizard of Oz, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, part of a series. And the addition to the 14 Wonderful Wizard of Oz books, Lyman Frank Baum authored 41 other novels, not including four which were lost, unpublished novels, according to Wikipedia. Lyman Frank Baum also published 83 short stories and over 200 poems and at least 42 scripts for, like, I guess Broadway or something. Lyman Frank Baum made numerous attempts to bring his work to the stage and screen. And for instance, in the year 1939, the adaptation of the first Oz became a landmark of the 20th century cinema. Born and raised in upstate New York, Baum, Lyman Frank Baum moved west after an unsuccessful, a quote unquote, unsuccessful stint as a theater producer and playwright. Lyman Frank Baum and his wife opened a store in South Dakota and edited and published a newspaper. They then moved to Chicago, where he worked as a newspaper reporter and published children's literature, coming out with the first Oz book in the year 1900. While continuing his writing, Lyman Frank Baum, among his final projects, sought to establish a film studio focused on children's films in Los Angeles, California. Lyman Frank Baum's works anticipated such later commonplaces on television, like augmented reality. So he basically predicted artificial intelligence, augmented reality, laptop computers, also known as the master key, wireless telephones, the TikTok of Oz, women in high risk and action heavy occupations, as well as men in Mary Louise in the country, and the ubiquity of a clothes advertisement in his short film or writings titled Aunt Jane's Niece is at Work. Lyman Frank Baum's ch- childhood and early life. Baum was born in Chintonago, New York in the year 1856 into a devout Methodist family, so he was religious. He had German, Scots Irish, and English ancestry. Lyman Frank Baum was the seventh of nine children of mother Cynthia Ann Nee Staton and Benjamin Ward Baum, only five of whom survived into adulthood. So five, six, seven. So two children died in Lyman Frank Baum's childhood. Lyman was the name of his father's brother, but he always disliked it and preferred his middle name Frank. Lyman Frank Baum had a father who succeeded in many businesses, including but not limited to barrel making, drilling in the state of Pennsylvania, and real estate. Lyman Frank Baum grew up on his parents' expansive estate called Rose Lawn, which he fondly recalled as a sort of paradise. Rose Lawn was located in Mattydale, New York. Baum was a sickly, dreamly child, tutored at home with his siblings. From the age of 12, he spent 2 years at the Peekskill Military Academy, but after being severely disciplined for daydreaming, he had a possibly psychogenic heart attack and was allowed to return home. Lyman Frank Baum started writing in his early life, possibly prompted by his father buying him a cheap printing press. He also had always been close to his younger brother Henry, or Harry Clay Baum, who helped in the production or the author book titled The Rose Lawn Home Journal. And that might be a newspaper. The brothers together published several, the brothers Lyman Frank Baum and Henry Harry Clay Baum, those brothers, published several issues of the journal, including but not limited to advertisements from local businesses, which they gave to family and friends for free. By the age of 17, Lyman Frank Baum established a second amateur journal titled The Stamp Collector, printed on an 11-page pamphlet called Baum's Complete Stamp Dealers Directory, and started a stamp dealership with friends. At the age of 20, Lyman Frank Baum took on the national craze of breeding chickens or poultry. He specialized in raising the Hamburg chicken. And in the month of March, in the year of 1880, Lyman Frank Baum established a monthly trade journal titled The Poultry Record. And in the year 1886, when Baum was 30 years old, his first book was published titled The Book of Hamburgs, a brief treatise on the mating, rearing, and the management of different varieties of Hamburgs. Lyman Frank Baum had a flair for being the spotlight of fun in the household, including during times of financial difficulties. His selling of fireworks made the 4th of July very memorable. His skyrockets, Roman candles, and fireworks filled the sky, while many people around the neighborhood would gather in front of the house to watch the displays. Christmas was even more festive. Lyman Frank Baum dressed as Santa Claus for the family, according to this Wikipedia article. And also, Lyman Frank Baum's father would place the Christmas tree behind a curtain in the front parlor, not advising that, so that Lyman Frank Baum could talk to everyone while he decorated the tree without managing to see him. And this was a family tradition that they had. Now let's talk about Lyman Frank Baum and the theater, because basically the Wizard of Oz books turn into Broadway and the theater. And so this is like a major inspiration for like modern day people in the theater and Broadway, and also just consumers and people at home with their families, whether you were going to watch the new Wicked film or go see like at the Orpheum in Memphis, Tennessee, you're going to go see Wicked theater production there. I mean, there's so many things that authors and people of our society are creatively and actively participating in, and it makes things fun for our society and it gives us things to do. So let's now read about Lyman Frank Baum's theater experience. Lyman Frank Baum embarked on his lifetime infatuation and wavering financial success with the theater. A local theatrical company duped him into replenishing their stock of costumes on the promise of leading roles coming his way. Disillusioned, much like not Alfalfa, Alpha, I don't know how to say her name. Let's see what her name is. Elphaba, yeah. Okay, so Lyman Frank Baum, the real author of the book The Wizard of Oz and the Wizard of Oz series, could never stay away from the theater stage for long. This was his lifetime infatuation and wavering financial success, the theater. A local theatrical company duped him, which means tricked him, much like Elphaba, into replenishing their stock of costumes on the promise of leading roles coming his way. Disillusioned, Baum left the theater temporarily and went to work as a clerk in his brother in law's dry goods company in Syracuse, New York. This experience may have influenced his story, The Suicide of Kairos, or The Wicked, The Wizard of Oz, first published in the literary journal The White Elephant. A fellow clerk one day had found locked in his storeroom, dead, probably from suicide. Lyman Frank Baum was very impressioned, like, that was a very impressionable experience. And he was like, oh, hell no. So he never stayed away from long from the stage. So then he just gave it his all. He was like, if I'm going to live and live a short life like this guy did, who killed him that I worked with, I'm going to pursue my heart's most desires, which is the theater. So in the year 1880, Lyman Frank Baum's father built him a theater in the town or city of Richburg, New York, and Lyman Frank Baum set about writing plays and gathering a company to act on them, getting people to act in his plays. So there's lots of stuff going on, and it's just like I'm going to take a break here and just say I'm going to stop reading the Wikipedia article right when it gets to the theater, because that's mainly what I'm interested in. I will publish another video where we talk about uh, Lyman Frank Baum's Wonderful Wizard of Oz, specifically, and his Dakota years. I will also publish another series of The Wizard of Oz, Fred R. Omlin's musical extravaganza. So this is definitely going to take form in maybe a couple video series because this is just a lot of information for me to comprehend, and I'm going to edit the videos and everything like that. So if you are interested in seeing more of or hearing more about the origins of Wicked, the Broadway Orpheum production in Memphis, Tennessee, and or other surrounding areas, and you are also interested in knowing more about The Wizard of Oz, the book, authored by Lyman Frank Baum from the years May 15th, 1856 to May 6th, 1919, go ahead and give this video a subscribe. Go ahead and like it and do anything you want. You can always unsubscribe, and just know that the subject topics are subject to change as my interests do, and that this was a really fun video to make. So thanks for allowing me to make it, and thanks for collaborating with me, YouTube and Microsoft and all of these people, HP laptop, and lots of coffee from the international whatever coffee creamer. And thank you for partnering with me. All of these things that I do in my life, I don't have to try to make money off them. It's just what I do. If I Dup da dup ba dum 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 dum. I'm dreaming of a white dress, just like the ones I used to know. Ba-do-ba-do, dup 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 da dup ba-do-ba-dum dum dum. Dum 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 dum. I'm dreaming of a white dress, just like the ones I used to know. Ba-do-ba-do, dup 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 da dup ba-do-ba-dum dum dum. Dum 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 dum. I'm dreaming of a white dress, just like the ones I used to know. Make way for the factum of the city. Make way, la 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 la, fast to the shop. Done is already here, fast, la 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 la. Ah, what a great life, what a great pleasure, what a great pleasure for a barber of quality, ah, bravo. Figaro, 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 bravo, very good, bravo, la 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 la, very lucky, actually, bravo, la 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 la. Make way for the factum of the city. Make way, la 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 la, fast to the shop. Done is already here, fast, la 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 la. Ah, what a great life, what a great pleasure, what a great pleasure for a barber of quality, ah, bravo. Figaro, 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 bravo, very good, bravo, la 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 la, very lucky, actually, bravo, la 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 la. Because of who you are, I give you glory. Ah, because of who you are, I give you praise. Just because of who you are, I will lift my voice and say, God, I worship you because of who you are. Ah, God, I worship you just because of who you are. Jehovah Jireh, you're my provider, yeah. Jehovah Nissi, you reign, Lord, you reign in victory. Jehovah Shalom, you're my Prince of Peace, and I worship you just because of who you are.